Hey guys, it's CJ with AT3 Tactical, and with the rise of competition shooting in the past couple of years, I've been wanting to get more and more into it this year, and maybe you have too. Now, by no means am I an expert when it comes to competition shooting, but I looked around our website and asked my friends around the office who do shoot competition, and they gave me some recommendations for my first competition AR build, so let's dive into the build. So what is our mission with this build? Well, the goal is to make a rifle that is more capable with less felt recoil. Now, why is less felt recoil important? Well, in 3-gun or multi-gun competitions, our time can be broken down into 3 main things. Splits, meaning the time between shots, transitioning from one target to another, and general movement. Since general movement and transitions come down to you, the individual shooter, we're not going to be focusing on that as much as the actual rifle here. My requirements are a rifle that is ultra reliable, can reach out to about 400 yards or so, and it isn't limited to quick transitions to close-up targets. So for the rifle that we're going to be starting out with, it's going to be the AT3 Flatline rifle. We're starting with the Flatline because it's a great base that doesn't really need a lot of upgrades out of the box. It already has an ambidextrous safety, mag release, and break charging handle so that we can manipulate all the controls from either side. Now, most of us, including me, are a bit snobbish about the trigger. The AT3 Flatline comes with a really crisp 4.5-pound single-stage trigger from APF, and it has a super tight-fitting Magpul DT stock that won't rattle on us, and it also has the Magpul K2 pistol grip, which is pretty similar feeling to a CZ, so for all you shadow shooters out there, then this will feel very comfortable for you. All these items you could get separately, but because this rifle comes with these right out of the box, that gives us a great foundation to build off of for our starter 3-gun. Whatever gun that you decide to get, the biggest piece of advice I can give is to go shoot a match and see what you like. Change one thing at a time and test it out. The nice thing about the Flatline is you could pretty much just slap an optic on it and go out and shoot it. Now, we could stop here, but my competition expert friends had a few other suggestions for me to add into this base rifle to make it just a little bit better for competition use. So let's take a look at those upgrades. For this build, we are going to be focusing on lowering the felt recoil of this rifle. To do that, we're going to put some attention towards the bolt carrier group, the gas block, and the buffer. Why would we want to change those parts out? Well, the lighter we can make the reciprocating mass in the gun, the lighter we can make the felt recoil and tune it for our specific ammunition. Most AR-15s are going to be over-gassed and push that reciprocating mass much harder and faster than it needs to. With an adjustable gas block and adjustable buffer, we can tune the amount of gas and weight that we're feeling in the recoil. Now, this can be a little tricky, but really it comes down to just trying different buffer weights and adjusting your gas block to the point where it reliably locks back on an empty magazine. Since we want a quality bolt carrier, we are going with the JP LMOS carrier. It weighs about 23.5% less than a standard M16 bolt. Now, since we lost some weight, we will need to get an adjustable buffer to go along with it. Alright guys, a little bit of physics time here. With a lighter bolt, the gas block will push it back faster, and it will take less mass from the buffer to actually slow down the lighter BCG. But we have to make sure that that has enough weight and momentum to pick up the next round and chamber it properly. So for the buffer, we are going to try out this Odinworks adjustable buffer. Now, one nice thing is that buffers aren't all that expensive, so you could pick up a few different weights like an H1, an H2, an H3, or even an H4 buffer. But with this Odinworks, you could get that whole range with just one buffer. So I went to the range and tested this buffer out for you guys. What I found was with a 16-inch gun using the JP BCG, if you use an aluminum weight with 2 spacer weights, this strikes the balance of proper cycling and gentle recoil. But seriously though, with this BCG buffer combo, if you tune it right, it feels like butter, and it can really help you get better groups way faster. Pairing an adjustable buffer with an adjustable gas block will let you really fine-tune how much gas feeds back into the BCG. the amount of gas needed to cycle the gun will actually change depending on your parts, and that is where an adjustable gas block comes into play. Like I said before, most off-the-shelf guns are over-gassed, and tuning the gas system can make a huge difference in how your gun feels when you're shooting, but also how quickly you can make a follow-up shot. To help with this, we can add an adjustable gas block to pair with our buffer. So the one I went with for this build is the Superlative Arms adjustable gas block, and this one is a popular option for a lot of shooters because of its price point and its durability. The ease of adjustment with a tactical feeling clicking system that lets you know how much you're adjusting, and its compatibility with a wide variety of setups coming in multiple different sizes depending on your barrel. Now, one area where it's probably best to buy once and cry once is the Optic. The biggest thing I can say here is get the best optic you can within your budget. So for our primary optic, we're gonna go with the AT3 Red Tail. It's a cost-effective 1:6 scope, and it's perfect for local matches. What I mean by this is that if you're not going past, let's say 100 yards or even up to 150, then you'll be just fine with this one. If you're going farther than that, you might want something else like a Vortex Strike Eagle 1:8, which is also an option, but it's way more expensive. Plus, you would have to get a mount separately. The Red Tail gives you everything you need right out of the box. When it comes to optics like Red Dots, for example, there's a wide price range. You could find optics for $50 or spend upwards of $500. In the $200 to $500 range, the price difference don't always translate to significant performance, I'm gonna be honest. There is a noticeable step up in the $500 to $800 range, and then the $800 plus range offers further improvements. While a high-end optic won't drastically improve your shooting skills, it's still an important consideration. Now, it's nice to have two different optics that can be sighted in at two different distances in order to engage a wide variety of targets as accurately as possible. This is a pretty common technique for a lot of competition shooters, so we're going to set our gun up with this technique in mind. One of the most important things to think about if you want to try out this technique is the mount and maintaining proper bore alignment. This makes sighting in or zeroing the optic much easier and effective. The Arisaka 45-degree mount is going to be properly aligned with the bore, but if you want more info on this, then subscribe because we've got a great video coming out soon that covers this topic in more depth. Now, this mount is more expensive due to the separate costs of the mounting plates and the mount itself, but the biggest reason that I'm going with this one though is the proper bore alignment. That's what's priority for me. For the optic that we're going to be mounting on that 45-degree offset, I'm going to go with the AT3 ARO. It is a doctor or a fast fire footprint, so we will need to make sure that our mount is compatible with the doctor pattern, which we already did. This is a great option for us because it has that top-loading battery for quick swapping in and out that you know I like. It's also, of course, water resistant and shockproof in case I drop my rifle. Because if I end up dropping it, this is probably going to be the first point of contact, so I want to make sure that it's durable. And if it does break, we still have that classic AT3 lifetime warranty for peace of mind, because red dots in general do tend to break down every once in a while. And really, this is just a great starter red dot, especially for the price, and it also goes on sale all the time, so we could potentially get it at a better price depending on when we shop around. Now, let's quickly talk about a 45-degree safety. One of these is going to be faster to engage and disengage rather than a 90-degree safety. The reduced angle allows you to manipulate the safety with a shorter, more natural hand movement, in my opinion. Now, in competition, this means quicker target engagement, which is crucial for competitive shooting, where split seconds can make the difference between winning and losing a stage. Most competition shooters are going to upgrade to a 45-degree safety because of all these reasons. However, we're going to skip this one for now because installing a 45-degree safety requires pulling off the grip, messing around with the spring and detents, and most new shooters aren't as comfortable with that. But if you're looking to take your competition more seriously, I would recommend getting one. And if you are choosing to go out for 3-gun competition, you might also want something like a holster or maybe some mag carriers and all kinds of other competition gear. If you guys want more info on all that stuff, definitely let us know in the comments. We'd love to make some content about it. And not only do you need a belt or extra mag carriers and a handgun for 3-gun competitions, you also need that for an EDC. And if you want to see a simple, quick upgrade to a Glock 43X that is all kitted out and upgraded for an everyday carry build, then you can check out that video right here.